Alright, so this is just looking at the Analog 3D updates. There's been some new ones since I last checked. There's a number of them. I didn't keep up with them like I thought I would. This is the day and time I'm doing this. And yeah, you can get these updates with that, which we're gonna do. Cool. So I don't really need to go do that. Hey, you know those things that I forgot how to do. I'll forget them again. But you see, last time I was on, I didn't do much. Um, I still don't have. I haven't played this as much as I thought I would, unfortunately. But there's been some new features they've been touting on this, so I just want to quick check those out. And when I say quick this time, I mean I'm probably going to check them out, not live on camera, and then just show you what I found out. But I want you to see this fresh as it is right now because we are currently on right here version 1.2.0. And the most recent version of this is version 1.4.0, which sounds like it might be a couple steps more major than this. So let's see all the changes they've made since. Alright, this is a big update. We're at 1.4.0, you can see. I also had to update my controller to like 2.05 from 2.03. It was kind of buggy, that software, but I also found out that you gotta hit the little sync button that's on like the top of the controller that you can't see in this lighting. You have to hold that to resync it when you do one of the new updates. You don't hold start. So I figured that out the hard way. But then there's also, let's see, here one of the things I want to show off. I don't know when this, again, some of these things are probably in between 1.2 and 1.4. You can switch this to do the cartridge, so instead of starting up, going into the menu, you can go right into your cartridge to make it more authentic like the original experience. Show that off in a minute. They have these new display things here where you can change your average nits. Like, oh, I can make it really bright, but I think they'll make it too bright, so I'm going to leave it at where I had it for the menu anyways. Doesn't seem to affect a whole lot that I've seen, but certain displays and things that may make a difference. Going by the little gallery here, I'm just going to show this quick. So like here I have some screenshots of games and things. The thing is, like, you can go into these and be like, oh, I want to check this out. You can actually do configure your exports. You actually change these things, you know, on the fly after the fact, if you want, which is actually kind of cool before you export, and then it exports in 4K. You can have it go in HDR or not. And then the one back here is just the one you can't actually look at that because it's the one I exported. That's why it says 4K up there. It's indicating that that's like on the memory card. And so if I exported this correctly onto my computer to show this, the example should show up somewhere in here for a couple seconds. And then there's like some things over here. Just took some screenshots of Bomberman. And apparently you can just do this. Yeah, you can go between them. That's kind of nice. Not the fastest, but you know it works. If I hide this, yeah, it actually looks kind of dark there. To me, how's it look on the camera? Oh dear. Okay, this is new. This didn't happen before, so it's having some problems loading that. So maybe it's not the most stable hardware. Cool. Can I do anything on this? Nope. It's gotta. We'll just do that quick, which unfortunately will show off my cartridge thing that I wanted to save for later earlier. But now I should start right into our cartridges here, and instead of going to that menu, whoop-de-doo, we're on the Excite Bike. I also noticed this thing likes to default now to having no controller pack. Yeah, so you have to switch that here, and then like, now I have a controller pack, and then it'll find it. Actually, it didn't find it there. I may have to restart again. Anyways, we're going to go back to the menu. And if you go to Excite Bike here, you can see a bunch of stuff on the screen now as well. Oh, there's an unknown cartridge over here. This is still a problem. They are categorized as question mark. I didn't even see this before. Well, let's just remove that. Was there anything else I was going to say in the gallery? Probably not. There's pictures that are there. You can go through and look at them sometimes, and maybe it won't crash your system. Uh, and so when I'm on something like Excitebike here, you can see I've got some of these things for like, well, I guess the menu screen first. We've got the like little letters up here. They're categorized on the top. It says ready on my cartridge that's there. So if I want to go to the cartridge that is like active, I think I can still hit B and it'll go right to it. Even though it doesn't say that on the bottom, you can still do that. And you can do things like changing the cartridge colors here. Like, for example, Excitebike 64, obviously you can see has a different cartridge color. That's not the color that it is, so if I want to go in here and be like, oh, well, let me just change that in customization, you can choose these different colors. If you want it to be default, hit up C, there you go, and it's back to what it's supposed to be. All these things are pretty much the same here, though. So you can go back to that. You also see probably near the bottom here, there's like some options and things that says like memories and screenshots. So if I go down, like you can see I've got screenshots are down here of that. Or like if I go over to Mega Man to Bomberman, I can go down here and look at like my screenshots here. This is the latest. And there's memories. So what memories are essentially allowing you to start up, like they're save states. They allow you to start up from any point that you do that. You can have up to like 20 of those, it looks like. Yeah, max 20. Also, with the little save things, you can have this that pin down there. You can pin it or unpin it with the down C. So if it's pinned, you can't, if you see down here, you can delete it if it's not pinned. And if you pin it, then it can't be deleted. So you won't accidentally delete it that way. So you can create a bunch of save states, and that's actually huge as well. I think that having the screenshots and save states are the biggest things that I wanted to see out of this thing. And now that they're both here, this is awesome. I'm going to show off the Bomberman one actually quick, but I'm going to quickly go back here. And what was I going to do? Oh yeah, I was going to switch this back to the library. So when we restart it, it'll be fine because I like starting in my library. So I'm going to take out Excitebike and put in Bomberman. And I guess a little thing here, see if it recognizes that it's in. Nope, doesn't know that. What if I do that? What if I do it like this? No. It's now found it as a different unknown cartridge. Great. I'm gonna go over here quick, and they still haven't fixed the unknown cartridge issue, apparently. So we're gonna just remove these. I wish they would at least put them all under the same thing. It's not like I can play an unknown cartridge as far as I know, but maybe you can. And if you can, maybe there's a way to configure that later. And then for Bomberman, I'm gonna show you that it is a save state, because I could start it normally, but I'm gonna start in the middle of this battle that I did, and let's load that. Load memory. And here we go. And oh yeah, I forgot I was getting manhandled by a ghost. He's gonna probably die on there the same way though, because I don't think the computers will act differently, but we'll see. And so yeah, you can just play your games as normal, which is pretty cool. This is gonna be a huge thing for a lot of games that have really difficult sections that don't have ways to really save. I think that's gonna be huge. So yeah, between screenshots and save states, this is an awesome update. I'm gonna see if it's gonna let me go into the overtime. Yep, and then the water starts coming up. Oh, it's gonna be cool. I want to see this motherfucker drown. And I don't know, it's just a fun thing to do. I don't know. I think these are really really cool. And having all these other settings and things, like there's probably some other things they can add to make it a little better for like, you know, handling the unknown cartridges and, you know, maybe clips, maybe. I don't know if it's powerful enough or has enough space to deal with, you know, video clips or whatever. Maybe you need to get a different memory card. That's fine. But mainly I think this is like, these are the biggest things between screenshots and save states for like things that were promised that sounded good. This is pretty good, so I'm happy with it. And I just want to show it off a little bit here. So hopefully this video wasn't too long and rambling and terrible, but that's the general gist of it. Very excited to see it. It's always nice to see. Oh yeah, I'll be back later. If there's any other big updates, because I don't need to make a video for every update, but they also have the little like pads, cleaning pads for the cartridges. I don't know if I mentioned this in the beginning, but I'm going to say it now if I didn't. So they got the cleaning pad things now. You can just buy those straight up now as well. That's cool. So if you want more of them, they're a thing you can just like get rather than getting just like whatever in the box and that's all. So that's cool. But I'll update later if there's any other cool big updates of things. Since I don't really need to go in and be like they tweaked a little slider that I don't understand. But these are pretty big. These are pretty cool. This is a good ass update. If you haven't gotten the 1.4 update, you should.